One day, Xisuma was just minding his own business, trying out a crafting recipe for the saddle when he got taken away by a happy Ghast. The Ghast dragged him along for a very long way. It actually turned out that Evil X finally got the better of him and locked Xisuma up in a prison inside of the Nether. Now X couldn't record any Minecraft update videos. Luckily, X did have a wolf nearby that could deliver a message out of the Nether. And this wolf actually showed up outside of my own door. In the message, X asked me to take over the Minecraft news videos while he got to work trying to escape from Evil X's prison. Hello everyone, my name is Maxstuff and today I'll be covering Minecraft 1.21.6 pre-release 1 along with some more cape news about the Pan Cape and the Founders Cape. Now if you don't know who I am Maxstuff. I have my own channel where I upload mostly Minecraft tutorials, videos on Minecraft Java Edition and Bedrock Edition secrets, and a whole lot more. So feel free to check out my channel. It is linked at the very top of the description of this video. And so before we go over the additions, changes and fixes in Minecraft 1.21.6 pre-release 1, let's first cover the cape news from the last few weeks. The first piece of cape news is related to the common cape, which Xisuma has already covered in previous videos. But this cape will only be awarded to people who log into Minecraft Bedrock Edition between May 6th, 2025 and May 5th, 2026. So in that 1 year time period, you have to log into Minecraft Bedrock Edition and it'll get the cape on both Bedrock Edition and Java Edition. If you have both Minecraft Java Edition and Minecraft Bedrock Edition on that same Microsoft account. So for now it seems like this may not be the full default cape and it may no longer be available after May 5th, 2026. But there's actually more cape news. So starting on May 8th of this year, two capes that were previously exclusively available on Minecraft Bedrock Edition have also now been appearing in Minecraft Java Edition accounts. And so these two capes are the Pan Cape and also the Founders Cape. And we'll take a look at both of those. Starting with the Pan Cape, which obviously is a pun on the word pancake, and was initially given to Minecraft beta players. But ever since Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.16.0, this cape was given to each Minecraft Bedrock Edition player as pretty much the default cape. And so this cape has a light blue background and on there is a white plate with a stack of pancakes that has a slab of butter on the top and also some syrup dripping down it. And of course, each cape also has an elytra, and the elytra for the Pan Cape looks something like this. It's a slightly different shape than a usual elytra, and again it looks like pancakes with butter and syrup, but this time no blue and no plate. And so as mentioned, this cape is being ported from Minecraft Bedrock Edition over to Minecraft Java Edition for all players who have it. However, since that's a huge number of players, they are still working on distributing this cape. So if it's not been added to your Java Edition account yet, then don't worry. They are still working on that. So as of making this video, only 160,000 accounts have gotten this Pan Cape added, and that number is still increasing daily. And then the second cape that's being ported over from Bedrock Edition to Java Edition is the Founders Cape. And this cape is significantly rarer than the Pan Cape, because this cape could only be obtained back in 2019 by getting the Founders Cape skin pack for free on the Bedrock Marketplace. And this means that this cape was only available for a very limited amount of time. But interestingly, on June 23rd of 2020, there was actually a bug that caused this Founders Cape to be made available to every single Bedrock player. So it could be that you actually have seen this cape in your account. However, a few months later, they removed this Founders Cape from every single account. And then a few months after that, they re-added them to the people who actually got them in the way in which it was intended. And so this Founders Cape looks very similar to the original Minecon 2011 cape, which was a black creeper face on a red background. But here, for the Founders Cape, it's a black creeper face on an orange background instead. And then as for the elytra, it looks like this. It's basically just a cape duplicated on both of the wings. And so as of making this video, the Founders Cape has been added to just over 20,000 Java Edition accounts. Alright, there we go. Let's now go over the additions, changes and fixes of Minecraft 1.21.6 pre-release 1. Now, as of making this video, the name of the second game drop of 2025 has not been made public yet, but we're expecting to see that name appear very soon. And in the changelogs, they mention that this is the first pre-release of 1.21.6. From now on, you will mostly see us fixing bugs, and the release schedule might include more than one pre-release per week. We are on the finish line for the second drop of the year. So they also do not mention a release date here yet. So what is in this first pre-release? First of all, the dried Ghast block will now emit a vibration frequency of 11 when its block state changes. And so the dried Ghast has different states depending on how far along in its cycle it is. So after 5 minutes, its state changes from dried to partially hydrated. After 10 minutes, it changes to mostly hydrated. After 15 minutes, its state changes to hydrated. And finally, after 20 minutes, of course, it turns into a Ghastling. There we go. Another vibration change is that shearing saddles, horse armor and carpets will now emit a vibration frequency of 6, along with the unquip frequency of 4. There we go, this now has a frequency of 6. Same thing with horse armor. And here is the same thing with a carpet on a llama as well. The ambient noises that are produced by the dried Ghast block are now actually managed by the block slider over here in your sounds instead of the ambient environment slider. And then a player riding a happy Ghast can no longer completely fly through a happy Ghast ridden by another player. So you will collide now instead. And also related to the happy Ghast, a bug was fixed that could cause players to fall through the happy Ghast. Then a small change to the Lectern item model, as shown in the inventory. Previously there was actually a single pixel of the Lectern that extended above the inventory slot, as you can see here. That has now been fixed. Then there is also quite a lot of changes related to the dialogues that were also added in a previous snapshot. And this comes with a new datapack version, version 79. Also, the resource pack version was updated to 63. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about with these dialogues, there's this dialogue command where you can either clear or show dialogues to players. And so here I have an example. Give yourself stone, yes or no. There's text, there's input buttons. There's also this button up here, which lets you know that this is a custom dialogue screen. And then if I click yes here, it will show this extra confirmation screen saying that you're trying to execute a command. And in this case, it's command give add as stone. And if I press yes, we will give ourselves a single piece of stone. So there's a lot of changes in this first pre-release to this system. For example, they've added quick actions, which you can see if you just type in dialog show @p Minecraft quick actions. So by default, there are no quick actions, but you can add them. And these quick actions also have a default key, which is G. You can see it here in the keybinds. Quick actions is set to G on keyboard here, but it can be set to any key. And pressing that key would open up the quick actions if there are any. And so this option is intended to be used in custom content and by servers. They've also added 2 new fields to dialogues, which is pause and after action. So you can add pause, which is true by default in the dialogue command. And if you set it to false, that just means that your game continues running. You can see the happy Ghast moving in the background there while you're in the dialogue. But normally, if we remove this, you will see that the game pauses behind us if the dialogue is shown. And the other field is after action, which by default is set to close, but you can also set it to none or wait for response, where wait for response would bring you to a dialogue showing waiting for response. Furthermore, some of the fields in the dialogue command have been changed. So if you have dialogue commands in the previous snapshot, you might have to update them. For example, on cancel would become exit action, click would become action. And there's a few more of those as well. Then as for some fixed bugs, paintings will now be placed again in the correct location. They were not previously. The clear command once again removes items from armor.body and saddle slots. And they are also fixed again with game rule keep inventory. Also, of course, last snapshot we had the new cloud pattern added. But this could actually lead to some FPS drops. That has been tackled as well in this first pre-release. And so there we go, that is Minecraft 1.21.6 pre-release 1, along with the Pancake and Founderscape Cape news. Now I hope I did a good job substituting Xisuma for this Minecraft news video. And if you like my style of content, then please make sure to check out my channel. Again, it is linked at the top of the description of this video. Also, of course, subscribe to Xisuma. And so thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you all again sometime in the future. So until then, bye bye!